Well, 90.9 Bay's #1 hit music station. I have Michael Sneed here with me. What's going down?
How you doing?
How you doing? It's your first time here.
Yeah, it's my first time.
I'm excited to have you. You're from East Oakland, right?
I'm from East Oakland.
Okay, because I feel like with the Bay Area, specifically, like, especially with artists, they like try to put you in a box. Like you have to sound one way, but you have such a unique sound. I feel like you have like the jazz influence. You got hip hop in there, a little bit of R&B. Yeah. Where does that come from?
I would say like an amalgamation of things. I try to use a big word.
I know. What's that mean? Let me look it up real quick.
Like my parents, especially like my mom, used to play like a lot of like gospel in the house, and she used to also play like a lot of funk, like a lot of Prince.
Let me some
so
Prince.
Like there's influence from there, and then like my grandma was really into like opera, so like there's influence from there.
Oh, word, that's crazy.
Then, like I think I found jazz on my own. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I found jazz on my own. Just like looking up like Miles Davis and like John Coltrane, and then like I went to school in DC. So like
where'd you go?
I went to Howard.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So like I
have a couple friends that went there.
Yeah, Howard's a great.
My aunt went there too. Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, Howard's a cool school. So like that, like I got to like experience like go music, but also like because like Howard has like kids from like everywhere from like Atlanta to like New Orleans. I experienced everything. I just used to like, because I like really got serious about music when I first like moved to DC. So like just being around like everybody, like I used to experiment all the time and try to make hella different songs. Heck of different songs.
So it wasn't until you got to like your college years you were like, okay, I'm serious about this music stuff.
Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yeah, that's cool. You come from like your whole family like really been into music.
Yeah.
Was it just listening, or do you have any like artists in your family? Or musicians?
So like my grandma like actually like used to sing opera.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
She actually like sung at Huey Punin's funeral.
What?
Yeah, she sung at Huey Punin's funeral. So like she was like the actual like musician in the
wow.
family. And then like I just found this out like maybe like a couple months ago. My dad tried to be a rapper.
Swear, he was like, I gotta tell you something. He was trying to get on a track. That's hella funny. How did he tell you that?
It wasn't him. It was his like friend, I call him Uncle Rob. He was like, yeah, your daddy used to be, I was DJing. Your daddy used to be in there trying to rap.
Can you picture him rapping, or were you like, no way?
I can't picture him rapping at all.
That's dope, though. That's so cool about your grandma. So you guys are like really rooted in Oakland.
Yeah, really rooted in Oakland.
How does that, because I feel like you represent that a lot, too, in your music videos. Like Paw Patrol specifically, I love that music video was so dope.
Yeah, thank you.
What does that mean for you to like being from the Bay and wanting to represent that in your music?
I think like for me, like growing up, like my favorite artist probably ever is Kanye West. And
until you get on my nerves, I'll be having my band, but
no, yeah, he gets on. It's like embarrassing being a Kanye.
I know. It's like I feel like I'll have him on strike, and then there'll be some days where I'm like, no one's around. I'm like, his whole discography, like on the way home, slapping. Yeah.
But I feel like you can like you could preface and be like, but I'm an old Kanye fan.
Right.
Like, okay.
But really, I love old Kanye. But you got to say that to save face, right?
Yeah. Okay. Like I always like just feel like growing up like. We didn't have anybody like out here that was like that. Like Kanye, like it was like, Chicago had like Common before, you know what I'm saying? Like the Midwest had like, and like Nelly. But I feel like nobody had like that rap in the Midwest. They didn't have like a rap superstar like Kanye that could like be in like all worlds like that until him. And it like just growing up, I was like, why don't we have that? Why don't we have that? And like now that I'm kind of like grown, I'm like, oh wait, I could be that. So like to me, it's very important to show Oakland, because it's like I feel like I can be that for Oakland, and if not me, I can at least like show like people, my peers and like people younger than me, like, yo, you can do, you know what I'm saying? You can do this for the town. Like we can have a, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I love too, because it's like, I feel like, exactly, I think because people try to put the Bay Area in such a box, like when someone is sounding different, like they want to disassociate themselves from the Bay Area completely. Yeah. So I love that you're like, no, I'm from here. You like, you be repping East Oakland in your songs and your music videos, but you still have that different sound. You'd be like, if you heard you'd be like, where's this kid from? No, you know what I mean? Like your sound is everywhere.
Yeah.
I definitely hear the Kanye influence too. It was crazy. I was looking at one of your videos and a lot of people are like, Chance the Rapper comparisons. How does that feel seeing that?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, it used to be very irritating.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. It used to be so irritating seeing it at first because like
you're like, I don't sound nothing like him. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't sound like him because I started making music when he like popped off, and I was like, bro, I like he. I was just like, I don't sound like him.
Yeah.
But I hear it, and I mean, I listen to his music. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan.
Right.
I listen to his music, and it's like he definitely does influence me.
Well, I think you guys are both, like you said, you're really influenced in Kanye West. Like you can tell his music is too. Exactly. You know what I mean?
We have the exact same. Like you can tell his influences are Eminem, gospel, Kanye.
Right.
It's like I'm the same.
Exactly.
And then, like some Andre 3000 is probably like sprinkled in. Like so, yeah. I mean, getting chance comparisons, like it's tight. And I think again, before I used to be irritated by it, but like now it's like okay, at least I have like somebody. I have a compass, you know what I'm saying? Like I have a guiding path. Like, all right, this is
right.
Like.
And I really just wanted to ask you that because you're up and coming, and because you said you're influenced. But even as someone who interviews artists, like I hate asking that too because it's like no artist wants like artists are sensitive about their shit, so it's like don't compare me to anyone else. Yeah, like I'm trying to do my own thing, you know. So, but there is that sense of like being honored too, like especially if it's someone that you look up to. You know what I mean?
Especially when it's somebody that's like talented.
Yeah. No, it's super dope. And I heard you're really like into theater too.
Yeah, I am.
Tell me more about that. Do you do theater or
I don't?
Just more inspired by it.
I'm inspired by it. When I was in school, I was a theater minor.
Okay.
But I had to like switch. My mom wasn't really like. She was like, "Bro, you got to get like some like plausible."
She said, "This ain't gonna make this. Ain't gonna pay the bills."
Yeah, she was like, "It's not gonna make me money." But like, I wanted to and I still want to. I wanted to like write my own musical.
Yes.
I used to like always go to musicals when I was a kid at my church. I wrote like a play. Like so, I've always been into like just stage production.
So cool. Yeah. Do you want to like start getting back into that, or are you like really focused on music right now?
I'm focused on music, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm writing a musical.
Swear, you're working on one right now?
Yeah, I'm writing. I started like over Christmas break. It's gonna be about like Oakland. It's gonna be it's gonna be about it's probably not gonna come into fruition for like another like 10 years. But like,
I love that. I feel like I just started really respecting theater. I saw Wicked. That was like the first actual.
That was the first. Yeah. That's everybody's first.
See, I know, but I didn't know about it. So when I went, everyone was singing the songs. I was like, "Heck, I know the words." I was like, "Did this come out already?" I was like, I didn't even know like it was a big thing.
Yeah.
And then my cousin, he has a boyfriend who writes screenplays too, and I went to one of them recently in Oakland, and I was like. It was so good, and like it blew my mind that like I was like, you wrote this whole thing, like
it's crazy.
Like you damn near could have wrote a movie, you know, like
it's really crazy, and like how I feel like how like lyricists and like that the right place. I feel like the way they songwrite is just so much more clever than like regular songwriters.
Yeah,
like it's so much more clever to me.
Why do you think so? Because it's like you really have to tell a story.
Yeah, you really have to tell a story, and it's like the way like it's like it's like dialogue. But it's a song. I don't know. It just to me it always blows my mind how it's like this is like a seamless conversation, but it also works as a song.
Right.
It always blows my mind.
And I feel like until I knew that he wrote it, like exactly like I mean we watch movies every day and TV shows, but it wasn't until I went to actual like it was when I forget what it's called, but it's when they're just doing the screenplay, like when they're just talking about the script. What is that called?
Are they like just reading the?
Yeah, they're like just sitting down.
Like sometimes they call it table talk. Yeah.
There you go, thank you. Yeah, so I just went to that, and I was like,
table read. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I was just I was like, because I feel like I'm really into the storyline. I'm watching it. It was the first time I really wrapped my head around like, man, someone wrote this whole thing out.
Yeah,
like with the dialogue and everything. Yeah. Do you think like you're working on the musical? Has that influenced your writing and music? Your songwriting?
So it used to like influence me way too much. Like in my writing, like I started like it used to influence me way too much. I would say like the influence is still there. I would say it's more gospel. I'm trying to figure out a way because I do want it to be a part of like my like sonic identity. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do it to where it's not too much for the ear. And I feel like people have tried to like blend like musical theater with like rap before. And it's come off very corny.
So you're trying to stay away from that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it to where like it works.
Right.
Yeah. Like somebody that I look at that I think is intentionally doing it, whether people like realize it or not, are two people actually. Childish Gambino, and I feel like he's doing it efficiently. So like I'm just like watching him, and then I think Kendrick like tried to do it with his last album. All right. Yeah, I feel like Kendrick was doing it with his last album, like trying to like kind of.
On Damn or
on what was the last album?
Oh no, I'm tripping. What is it?
I can't.
Big Steppers.
Yeah, Big Steppers.
Yeah, what is it called? I know. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What the hell?
I feel like he was like.
Oh, it's that concert.
Theater,
right.
So I like.
Because it was like mad storytelling going on. Yeah, a lot of dialogue. Yeah.
And then just the like, the the way he was using like the skits and the sonics and like on one of the beats, like he has somebody like doing tap dancing as like he uses the person's feet tap dancing as like percussion. So I was like, okay, like there's ways to do it and it not be like
so in your face, like you wouldn't know that it's influenced by that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Would you ever want to get into like actual acting?
I don't know. I don't know if I can act. I want to get into voice acting.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get into voice acting, but I don't know if I can actually.
Like full on be in front of a screen, have a whole script. Okay. You never know.
Yeah.
No, that's super dope. And I feel like I was a little late to you because I first heard you when I listened to Pilo's Stunna album. Mm-hmm. So like off tops when I heard that album, The Roof and the Kamaya joint were like my favorite.
Yeah, the Kamaya joint is my favorite too.
Yeah, right away I was like, those two songs, I was like, yo, these are the ones right here. And then you're also on Viral and Goes Well, which are also super dope records. How did that whole Pilo collab come about?
So his brother works at youth radio as a teacher.
Oh, okay.
He teaches like he learned from 108K, and like him 108K have been just teaching everybody out here how to make beats.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
That's like a lot of producers out here use Reason, and it's because of those two.
Wow. Okay.
I don't use Reason though. That is insane.
Okay.
But so I was just with Kuya all the time, because the person that was my manager, was working at youth radio, still working at youth radio. So I was just with Kuya all the time, making music with Kuya, and like he would just tell people about me, like, hey, yo, it's this kid. And then finally, we met, and I just watched him make beats, and it was crazy. And then I think in like 2021, finally he was like, all right, pull up to the studio. And we made stuff for me, ironically. We didn't even make stuff for him.
Okay.
And then he started working on the Stunna album, and he was like really impressed with like the stuff that we worked on at that like first like initial studio session. So he was just like, he brought me in, him and Callie brought me in, and they like told me like the whole like idea for the album. And they were like, bro, we just want like your help, opinions on songs, like write like anything like writing choruses, your voice. They're really like, we want to use your voice. We know we want to use your voice.
And it was cool because for me, I mean, I guess I was introduced to you first through Stunna, but listening to your older stuff, it's like, it's cool to hear you on those kind of songs because it's like not what you're used to hearing you, but like you floated so well on them.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not gonna lie, I caught the bug now. So like, I caught the bug. So like, I don't know if it, like my music will sound like that this year. But like, it's definitely about to be like way more.
You want that direction there, yeah. You like fell in love with it right away. You're like, this go crazy,
yeah. I caught the bug.
No, you really floated on those hooks. I was like, this is so different than his other stuff, but it works so well.
Yeah.
I love it. And you're gonna be going on tour with Pilo.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Is your first tour?
Yeah, my first time going.
Wow. When did he like ask you? What was your first reaction for that?
Calais hit me, and he was just like, yo, honestly, we think we could probably sell out tour by ourselves. So do you want to go on tour? So you want to go on tour with us? I was like, bro, yes, please.
Oh, that's so dope. Yeah. I love that. Kelly's a good dude.
Yeah.
I love him too. Oh man, that's so dope. So, and you just dropped City.
Yeah, just dropped City. Yeah.
Lil Bean on it.
Yeah, Lil
Bean. Definitely good vibe, summer record, I feel like. Tell me about that one.
So that is a song that is produced by me and Kuya Beats.
So you produce music too?
Yeah, I produce as well.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that when you said at the youth radio stuff.
Yeah, I produced it.
So what came first? Sorry to go backwards, but
it's okay.
Were you producing or songwriting, singing?
No, I was definitely like rapping first.
And rapping first, okay.
In high school, I was like trying to make beats, and I was like decent. And then after college, I was like, bro, this is stupid. I don't want to make beats no more. I was trying to make beats.
You got over it?
Yeah. I was like, bro, I hate this. And then like the pandemic like forced me to be like, all right, bro, you gotta go back to making beats. You gotta like. And it was tight because it was at a time where like people were, because I'm like a sample based producer, and people were like really like championing like boom bap and like, you know what I'm saying, like lo-fi music. So it was I was like, okay, this is the time for me to come back to production.
I love those are like my favorite beats too.
Yeah.
But I will feel like now people are sampling songs. There's definitely something wrong.
Yeah.
This year. I hate to be that person, but I feel like people aren't really sampling songs.
Yeah.
Like they're not chopping it up. They're just literally taking the beat.
Yeah. I mean, it is, I would not do it. I don't think, I can't see myself doing it. But But like I get why people are doing it because we're in like this like fast paced era.
Right.
And like I feel like also as well, like because like I think a lot of artists like know that. I mean, a lot of artists that are now are my age, and they grew up in like the 2000s, and they know kids that were born in the 2000s don't know
that. Right,
yeah,
it's new to them.
Yeah, it's new to them, so it's like they're taking advantage of that. So it's like I get why it's being done, and I can appreciate why it's being done too, because maybe it'll introduce like what I'm saying, the younger kids to like
right.
Songs, but I don't think I would do it yet.
I know. See, I guess it's really maybe I'm like the older side of a millennial because I feel like exactly it's one. Not really doing much to the record. You're like not chopping it up. It's just the same record, which is like I feel like only cool when Ghostface Killer does it. Like he can rap over just a regular song and it's dope. Like not everyone could do that.
Yeah.
But also exactly. Not only is it like songs that I feel like didn't come out that long ago. Maybe I just need to check myself. Maybe it was that long ago. But also there's songs that were also sampled other songs.
They also sampled other songs.
Like with the Creepin' record.
Yeah.
Like Creepin' is dope, but it's like okay. It's the Mario song, but also he sampled, Fugees and like, so it's like, it's already been sampled. It's like a third version of the song.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know. I see both sides.
Me too. I love having this conversation. I got to bring it up every time.
I see both sides. Because like, also at the same time though, like, they like in like the 60s and the 70s, I'm sure they were like just stealing chords. Straight up.
Right.
Chords. So it's like, I mean, is it like really too different from like, how music's always been made? Like we've always been stealing from each other. It's a documentary. I think it might be the Artist 16 Bars. It's either the Artist 16 Bars or the MC. But MC Light is like, we're sampling music now. Like, because she was talking about Biden. She was like, we're sampling music now. Like, when does it get to a point where people just take whole songs, whole verses, whole? And it's like, well,
like it is going to get to that point.
Yeah, it's going to get to that point.
Yeah, because sampling for sure has been around forever.
Yeah.
One clip that always blows my mind. Have you seen it was an interview with Dave Grohl and Pharrell? And he's talking about how Nirvana like smells like Teen Spirit, like all the drums they stole from Gap Band.
Yeah.
That one, I'm like, everything's black music. Like that one, that was the first thing. But I'm like, wow, they straight up like ripped them off like crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, that's pretty clean though to know that.
Right, it was dope.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty clean.
Because I mess with Nirvana, I love Dave Grohl, so I was like, all right, that's. I love that you're like influenced by this. Yeah. No, for sure. But back to the city.
Yeah.
So you produced that one.
So me, it's a lot of us. So it's me and Kuya, and then we got like additional production from my friend Tim. He goes by Grant Bakes. Like he like I always work with him. And then it's this dude Vu. He replayed the sample. And then the trumpet is my friend Oliver.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like 5 of us on production.
Are these like friends that you always grew up with or been doing music with?
No, actually. I met all of them through music. I met all of them. Yeah, I met all of them. I met all of them probably around like 2019 or 2018.
Okay, cool. No, that's dope. And it's such a good record. I feel like it's like the lyrics are deep. Because I feel like talking a little bit about gentrification and just like how you have to keep going. But it's definitely that good vibe once you throw the beat on it. Yeah,
the beat is like super easy to listen to. But
right.
It's like the content is like, whoa, he's actually saying something.
Yeah, what did that song, the like writing it, where did that come from for you?
There's a line on there where I say, people getting tickets on the freeway for cuss. Okay.
Yeah, you got yeah.
I say niggas getting tickets on the freeway for living on the freeway. And it's because like I was like this was like during the pandemic. I was driving past downtown Oakland on the freeway. I think I was like passing like 27th or something like that. And I literally seen somebody on the freeway getting a ticket. I think I tweeted like, bro, they're giving out tickets to people on the freeway. I got home and I had the sample to City and I had sent it to Kuya and he put drums on it. So I just like recorded an idea and the song was not about gentrification at all. Like It was just, that line was just in there. And then Kuya was like, this part of the song is very, very powerful. And he was like, you should expound on that. And we just had a conversation about like gentrification. And then from that, I went and like I wrote the whole song. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about it like last week. My bad. I'm about to go on a rant.
Oh, go crazy! Yeah.
Or not a rant, but I was thinking about last week, and I was like, wow, this song it's almost like not to like put myself out there, but it's almost like Diamonds from Sierra Leone. And even like how that song came together. Like I was watching an interview with Kanye, and he was talking about how like Diamonds was just a song about diamonds, and then he talked to like Mos Def, and I think it was Mos Def. And then Mos Def told me about like
sound like some Mos Def would.
Yeah,
put on. Yeah,
like, the issues with Sierra Leone, and he changed the song. It's like the same thing with Kuya. It was like I had just had that line, and it was just a song. It was just like a regular. It was literally a regular song. I think I might have been a braggadocio.
Like it was just gonna be that one bar. Yeah,
it was just gonna be that one bar, and Kuya was like, "Bruh, actually, like
we gotta talk about this whole thing."
He
like
he was like, actually, we should actually just really go in and talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real.
Yeah.
The gentrification is like another level, especially after the pandemic. It's crazy.
It's sick. It's really sick. And like when we wrote that too, it was around the time when like Moms for Housing was like really like going strong. I think it was like right before they were trying to evict the 4 mothers at their house. So yeah.
And you still live in Oakland?
Yeah, I still live in Oakland.
Okay, so you're seeing it just every day.
Yeah, I literally see it every day. Yeah, especially by my mom's house, I see it every day.
Right. Yeah. Even I mean, it's crazy. Like I live in Hayward, and it's like it's starting to go down there. Like
which is great. My sister was looking at spots in Hayward like in 2020.
Yeah,
I remember her telling me she was like Hayward's about to get. She was like it's like she saw it before it even happened. She was like Hayward's next, dude.
Every time I drive downtown, I see a new spot every time, and some I've heard about. Like I know they're building it in and out, and like everyone's excited for Raising Cane's, but like I'm like another apartment, or like they've turned this down.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, one time they had the Quarter Pound Burger down, and we almost had a petition like y'all can't close Giant Burgers, but
they closed.
No, they were just remodeling it. I was like, oh thank God. I was like, we about to start a riot. I was like,
no, that's literally they put up like a nice food spot.
It's always but new apartments left and right everywhere.
That's how they get you,
and they're like over $3,000.
Yes, ridiculous.
Like I was like earlier because I just paid my rent, so I was like complaining, but I was like, I feel like if you're from the Bay Area, we shouldn't have to pay as much.
We shouldn't have to. No,
you're like born and raised here.
No, they actually should make that a thing.
Like, right, like because so many people moving out here too for their jobs. Like, okay, if you're moving in, sure, pay over $2,000, $3,000.
That should be a thing. It's like in-state school.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We should not have to suffer.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Gentrification is everywhere. But yeah, loving the city record. I was blasting on the way here. What's next for you?
So I'm about to put out an EP. I don't really think I like have said anything about it actually, but I'm about to put out.
But you're working on one, okay?
Yeah, I'm putting it out actually at the end of the month.
Is it done?
It's done.
Oh,
okay. I'm putting it out April 21st. It's called Junior Varsity Blues. It's like it is telling the story of a kid who is me trying to make the basketball team, and like nobody or the coach doesn't see like the talent within the kid.
Okay,
which is me. And like it's supposed to be like an analogy for like my position in me or how I like see myself in music. So I'm dropping that. I'm putting that out.
Is where that theater influence is coming in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got sorry, my keys. I got the skits and everything. Like it sounds like it's crazy.
You gotta send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna drop that April 21st, and then I'll like see what that does, and then figure out like when the next release is after that.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. I'm definitely gonna be out to a couple of the shows.
Please,
because I used to work in Santa. I do for the G League team. Yeah. I host out there, so I was excited to see Santa Cruz. I was like, oh, okay. And then they added the city.
Yeah, they had. Yep.
Which was so funny because I was like, right away when it was burned out, I was like, yo, no, people's not gonna not stop in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I don't even know why they did. I don't even know why they did. It was not a surprise. When I saw that, I said, okay.
But there was people in the comments really like, really? No Bay Area? And I see people now like, oh my God, can I trade in my Santa Cruz ticket with this one?
I was like, this is so obvious that San Francisco.
I know. I was like, really? He's not. I mean, I didn't know if it was gonna be San Francisco or Oakland, but I was like, that's clearly the Bay Area day. Yeah. Like, you really think you're not going to stop here? Like, come on now. But I'm excited. I'm definitely going to pull up, and I'm so excited for your future. I mean, you're super dope. I love your sound is different.
Thank you.
So I'm excited for what's to come this year.
No, thank you for like inviting me up here.
Of course.
I've always wanted to come up here.
Yes. No, and this is just the first visit of many.
Yeah.